So we're going to need cotton yarn. You could decide to use a DK weight or a worsted weight cotton yarn. Of course, if you use the worsted weight yarn, bag is going to be a bit larger than, you know, if you used DK weight. You also need a 4mm hook. So we want to start with the magic ring, because we're going to be working in rounds. If you don't know how to do magic ring, chain 4 and join to the first chain to form a ring. And now we're going to work 6 single crochet stitches into the ring. Once that is done, close up the ring. We're working in joined rounds and into the first stitch. Join. Chain 1, 2 single crochets into each of the stitches. So that means we're going to have 12 single crochet stitches at the end of the round. I'm going to make another one in there because I'm making 2 stitches in one. Alright, 2 single crochets into the next stitch and each of the stitches around. Done. I have 12 stitches. I'm going to join into the first stitch. Chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch, the same place where we joined, 2 single crochets into the next stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, 2 single crochets into the next stitch. We're going to repeat this around. Single crochet in next, 2 single crochet in next, single crochet in next, 2 single crochet into the next. Join to the first stitch. Chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch, single crochet into the next stitch, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. Excuse me. So single crochet in 1, single crochet in 2, then 2 single crochets in the next. Single crochet, single crochet, 2 single crochets. We'll repeat that around. Single crochet, single crochet, 2 single crochets. At the end of round 4, join into the first stitch. Chain 1. Now 2 single crochet into the first stage and next 2 stitches. Right, so that will be single crochet in 3 stitches and then 2 single crochets, which is the increase, 2 single crochet into the next one. So we have 1, 2, 3, 3 single crochets, and then 2 single crochets into one stitch. So we want to repeat that around. 3 single crochets into 3 stitches, 2 single crochet into one stitch. Two single crochet into the last stitch, join to the first stitch, chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch and 3 stitches. One more, 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So single crochet into 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Join into the first stitch, chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch, single crochet into 4 stitches. Two single crochets into the next stitch. Single crochet into 5 stitches. 2 single crochet into the next stitch. So we want to repeat that around. Join to the first stitch, chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch and into 5 stitches. This time we're doing 6 and 2, 6 and 2 around. Two single crochets into the next stitch. Single crochet in 6 stitches, 2 single crochet in the next stitch. Single crochet in 6 stitches, 2 single crochet in the next stitch. Repeat around. Join to the first stitch. Chain 1, single crochet into the first stitch and next 6 stitches. 2 single crochets into the next stitch. So single crochet into 7 stitches, 2 single crochet into the next stitch. Repeat around. Join to the first stitch. We have 2 more increase rounds to go, 8 and 9, and we're done with the increases. So chain 1 and single crochet into the first stitch, single crochet into the next 7 stitches. Join into the first stitch. Now we are on the last round of increase. So this time around we will make single crochet into 9 stitches, 2 single crochet into the next stitch, starting from the very first stitch. Okay, so join into the first stitch with slip stitch and chain 1. So single crochet into the first stitch, single crochet into 8 stitches, 2 single crochet into the next stitch, single crochet into 9 stitches, 2 single crochet into the next stitch. Repeat that around. Okay, after the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 11th round, join into the first stitch, and our increases end on this round on round 11. Okay, so the next 3 rows will be all single crochet stitches. So starting from the first stitch, single crochet and single crochet around into each stitch around. At the end of the round, join to the first stitch and repeat 2 more rows of single crochet stitches. So onto, okay, we just ended round 12, now round 13 and 14, same single crochet stitches around. So you always start in the first stitch, the same place as your join. So round 14, on the last stitch on round 14, finish off, join into the first stitch but with color B. Chain 2, which doesn't count as a stitch, okay? So we're going to start from the very first stitch where we joined, the same place, because chain 2 doesn't count as a stitch. Double crochet. I'm going to put this in front, behind. Okay, double crochet into the first stitch and double crochet into each stitch around. So after the last double crochet, join to the first stitch, to the first double crochet on the round, pick up color A and join. Chain 1, turn into the very first stitch, which is the last half double crochet on the round, single crochet, front post single crochet, going from the back and come out on the other side, single crochet, front post single crochet, single crochet, front post single crochet. So we're going to repeat that around. And the last stitch will be a front post single crochet. Join to the first single crochet. Chain 2, turn. So into the first stitch, which was the last stitch right here, we're going to start with our double crochet stitches around, and double crochet into the last stitch. Join with color B. And round 15, 16, 17, 18, round 18, single crochet, front post single crochet, single crochet, front post single crochet around the next stitch. We'll repeat that around. Alright, at the end of the round, join to the first stitch with color B with white, and we're going to repeat chain 2, turn, and we're going to repeat rounds 15, 16. We're going to repeat around 17 and 18 6 more times. Okay, so this is where we are right here. So we need to repeat it again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we'll make the last double crochet rounds, which has the spaces for the strings. So go ahead and repeat rounds 17 and 18 6 more times. Okay, now that we're here, we've completed the number of rounds required. Now join and chain 2. Okay, chain 2, turn, and this time we're making the double crochet stitches and putting space in between so that we can pass our string around them. Why am I stuttering? Okay, so there we are in the first stitch. We want to start with 4 double crochets. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, 5 double crochets, one, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain 1, skip 1 stitch. We're going to do another 5 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1 stitch 3 times. So this is 1. We'll need to do it 3 more times. Skip, chain 1, skip 5 double crochets again. So we have our 5 double crochet sets. 5 double crochet, chain 1, skip 1, 5 DC, chain 1, skip 1, 5 DC, chain 1, skip 1, 5 DC, chain 1, skip 1. So that's 4 of that. Now the next will be double crochets into 8 stitches. So chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet into 8 stitches. Chain 1, skip 1 stitch, and 5 double crochets again. So we're going to repeat the set, the 4 sets of 5 double crochets, chain 1, skip 1 stitch. We're going to repeat it 4 times. Chain 1, skip into the next 5 double crochets. Okay, repeat it 2 more times. Chain 1, skip 1, 5 double crochets. Now we've done the last 5 DC and chain 1, skip 1, double crochet into the remaining stitches, which is 4. There are 4 stitches left. Join into the first, into the first stitch. So now you can snip off your second color because we won't be needing any more. chain 1, no turning anymore, single crochet into each stitch around. Single crochet into the chain 1 space. And when you do that, remember that there is a stitch here, so do not mistakenly skip this one, alright, because this is kind of covering this, so remember that there is a stitch there, so go ahead and work in there. Single crochet around. At the end of the round, join to the first stitch, chain 1, repeat another round of single crochets. When you finish that round, repeat one more round of single crochet. So we need 3 rounds up here, like we have on this. We have 1, 2, 3. So that's what we want to do on this as well. So yeah, single crochet around into each stitch around, join to the first stitch, and repeat another round of single crochet. Join to the first stitch and snip yarn. I want to make the string. So I want to make a chain of, so you can decide which color you want to use, whether color A or color B. Okay, I'm going to be using color A, the main color. So we're just going to chain 95. Once we finish making the strings 95 each, we're going to pass it through. So you see, this is, if you look closely, you'll be able to tell which is the back. Okay, so we want to centralize it so that the ones that are 8, the 8 stitches here will be in front, and that will be at the back as well. And we want to, okay, let me see. Okay, so we'll start from pass your yarn. Okay, we should start from the inside. Start from inside and pass your yarn. Okay, I want to make sure that they are aligned. And from this same space here, the same hole, we'll start from the inside and pass the yarn out. Okay, once that is done, we want to tie this part. Using beads is optional, okay? So I just like to use beads when I make these kinds of pouches. and it's all done. Close it up. You can also, if you want, you can turn it inside out. Both have beautiful designs, and close it up too. And we're done. So thank you for joining me on this tutorial. Hope you get to make one of these bags, and don't forget to share, tag at Yarn Craftee when you make yours on socials, and I love to see you. Alright, so I'll see you in the next tutorial. God bless you. Bye.